Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's Mike O'Mara Show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop Amazon, and when you do, go to MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon or click the Amazon link on our website. It's the best way to shop and the best way to support this program. Now, on with the show.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
When people ask me to describe the Mike O'Mara Show, I tell them this. Live news as it's breaking. Let us go to Storm Central. Mike O'Mara, hello. Can you hear me?
Evacuation. Ba, ba, ba. Evacuation. Oh, evacuation. Yay. Rah, rah. We're evacuating. And I'm not talking about my bowels.
What?
At least you're regular.
Yeah, so, look, you guys are watching the same news reports that I'm watching, and a brief stop in Savannah, making our way up about 6 hours out of the D.C. area, where we're coming up to stay with my mother-in-law and hunker down and watch what this thing is going to do, and say an awful lot of prayers. And I don't care whether you're secular or not. I'm talking about praying this thing doesn't do what a lot of people are saying it could do. I've never seen anything quite like it. I'm trying to be as positive. I'm happy my family is out of the state now, that we're not going to be jammed up on one of the interstates coming north. But at the same time, I got a tremendous amount of friends down there, and this is terrifying. I'll be honest with you. You never know until it really arrives what's going to happen, but all of the different scenarios that you're hearing about are a little scary, to be perfectly honest.
Don't forget about Adam Sternberg, Mike.
I always think of Adam Sternberg. Now, last night, we were the guests of Katie Powers, Von Herman, Sacco, and Vanzetti, and her wonderful husband, Dan, and we stayed in Savannah, Georgia we stayed in the Spiewak Suite.
How was it? Was it marvelous?
I think that is an absolutely incredible home they have.
Isn't it beautiful?
We were so very, very comfortable, and the dogs even had a little area where they could walk, and and then we're going to make it a regular stop. She's offered a long time, and we had a fantastic time. I may have indulged in a little too much rum. With Katie. Katie was drinking white wine. I was drinking rum.
Wow.
But, we arrived at about 9:38.
Now, I have to ask, I want to ask, because the weather is not truly poised to hit Florida until Sunday into Monday. How was the traffic getting out of the state this far in advance?
Not bad at all. And, that's what the idea was. I didn't want to mess around with it. And, look, how many times can you be hit over the head by saying, prepare, have a plan, and then when you hear the governor, who had a press conference, about an hour ago, and the governor's saying, prepare, and they're going to evacuate in phases. Look, the bottom line with all of it is people tend to react to things last minute, and you've seen that with the other disasters. And my feeling originally was I was going to make the call this morning and decide what I was going to do. Well, I decided to make it yesterday morning and say, look, that cone of influence, it's always like zone of totality, cone of influence, all that. But I made the call because of the fact that I've got a 4-year-old kid. I didn't like the idea of him sitting on an interstate in 95-degree weather.
Sure.
So we decided, beat feet, get out of there. I'll come up. I've got you guys, a studio in Washington to come in and do a show. And I wanted to get the hell out of Dodge. And now once you get out of that state, once you get out of there, you can actually start to worry about the next thing, which is personal property, which of course is not nearly as. Now Carla's pulling up alongside of me. We have two cars as we're driving. I got that pantomime. I know why she's pulling next to me.
Why?
Well, because Carla ought to travel with a catheter. That's the way. That's the way it ought to go.
She's properly
Squirrel
hydrated.
bladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very, very hydrated. But once you get your family safe, and we are safe now. We're driving. Traffic is was not bad coming out of Georgia. It'll be bad today. It'll start to get bad today. It'll be horrible on Thursday, and probably dangerously jammed up on Friday. Once you get yourself out of that situation, now it's a different kind of feeling. I mean, I live there. I'm a resident of Florida, and to just sit there, tick-tock, and hear things about the largest hurricane in the history of the Atlantic. Look at pictures of St. Martin, which has been devastated, and, buildings, structures that have been completely destroyed. It's hard to describe. I'm out of sorts, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm a little freaked out.
You should know that it's not all bad news, Mike. On the Tmos fan club page, there was a small thread. I can't seem to find it now. I saw it late last night that said, would this be the first visit that Mike O'Mara has made in 2017 to the DC studio?
S&D!
We're so excited to
Because
have
he's
you.
passed through,
Yeah,
just
well,
never stopped by.
He's waved.
Yes.
He's waved, and I think that's
Yes.
nice. But we're excited to have you. It's going to be so much fun to see you in person.
Well, not only do I plan on a visit tomorrow to the TMOS studios in our beloved nation's capital, but I've reached out to our friend, our hotel friend, because there's an outside shot I might want to stay in D.C.
Ooh, they just remodeled Good Guys.
Now, when you say a visit to the studio,
I'm not going to Good Guys. Thank you.
when you say
Tasteful,
a visit
Mike.
to the studio, does a visit mean an entire episode, or will you just be stopping by?
Mr. Man.
Yes.
Rob.
Yes, Mike.
Rob.
My Arch.
Oh, Rob. What did I hear about Rob last night? Oh, man, I forgot.
Rob was on
Somebody-
fire last night on Facebook.
Was he, were you drinking?
Yes, I was drinking and listening to records with Julia. It was a great night.
I know what it is. I got it this morning. I know Rob's favorite restaurant in Savannah.
Oh, I know. I think we've discussed it here, but please.
What's it called? The Pirate House or something?
Oh, the
like
Pirate House. I like that, and I like Mrs. Wilkes' dining room.
that? Oh, see, we didn't have time, unfortunately. It was a late arrival.
But the Pirate
Early
House is
departure.
great.
Arr.
Well, we want to take my little guy there. We're going to be regular visitors of the Von Hermans. And,
Yeah, Katie's not so bad.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's tough when you drop in on somebody, and we gave them less than 24 hours notice, and we didn't arrive until 9:45. And I tell you, when you got two dogs, I've got the whole family. I've got the studio in a car. I've got the family, and we just unplugged everything and left it on. Now, the thing Saturday and Sunday, that camera you got me for my birthday,
Nest.
Oscar,
Yeah, the sex camera.
Sex cam.
I have positioned it in the kitchen, looking out the window onto the back porch, with a palm tree in the distance to hopefully give us some perspective
Smart.
as to what we can expect. So,
Smart. Well,
Have you checked in on it yet?
yeah, checked in when I got to Katie's, and I can actually check it from the phone in my car as I'm driving along.
Oh, that's so cool.
Let me take a look at it right now.
Okay.
All right.
No, well, you're
Hold on.
driving.
Let me,
And
yeah,
text
let me
us
just-
while
hold
you're
on.
at it, okay?
This is just
let me do this right now. Hold on.
when he was on JFK.
Oh my God!
Text machine.
Oh my God!
What's the matter?
I'm looking at the camera right now. That's my next door neighbor's in my kitchen.
Hey, Mike, wouldn't it be
Oh
funny?
my God. Hold on, wait. I'm looking at it. He's taking a dump. He's taking a dump on my kitchen floor.
Oh.
As you said, you have lots of friends in
Is
Florida.
he from Cleveland?
I thought we were friends, for God's sake. Oh, my God. So, the last time I drove through the great state of South Carolina, it was the zone of totality.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you the zone of totality is no more, and we are making fabulous time through the state of North Carolina. But let me tell you something.
Yes.
This is not a drive. This is not a drive you want to do 2 weeks after you did it before. You know what I mean? This is a drag. Was that Pony?
Yeah, that sounds horrible, Mike. I felt so bad for you that night when you were stuck in South Carolina. I can't imagine doing it again.
Yeah, because I know. Are you being sincere?
I can't even tell. I'm right
can't
next to
tell.
him,
I
and
actually
I can't
am.
tell.
I actually
Now,
am. Like
we
traffic,
all said, why would you go to the zone of totality without glasses?
I know. I will always regret the fact that I was never able to see that magical astrological phenomenon. And the one thing that gives me a little comfort as you drive through South Carolina, there are many things, to be perfectly honest with you. They have the Cotton Museum that I've talked about before.
Yes, beautiful.
You can really get inexpensive cigarettes still in this state, which is terrific. It's 2 lanes, by the way, on the 95 Super Slab when you come down here. But I really, really love the fact that the great state of South Carolina really puts their inmates to work on the side of the road.
Yes.
The guys that are incarcerated are doing a lot. We've passed already this morning 2 road crews that where they've got the prison grays on, and it just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside to know that, you know, even though we might be facing a hurricane, that society's misfits and miscreants are out there cleaning the highways of America, much like they did in the 1800s.
Don't you think Virginia could take a lesson? Don't you think? I mean, with our crumbling infrastructure, I'd like to see some convicts out there raking up some gravel.
Yeah, they took away from society. They should give back now.
Yes.
You know, I swear to God, that this state, the state of South Carolina, I think it seriously is frozen in the mid 1800s. This is a weird ass state. I really feel like if I pulled off the highway and like took a back road, you know, I'd be walking into like a plantation where Leonardo DiCaprio is sitting there with a big Southern outfit on, eating a white cake. It's really backwards. It is so bad. What are we getting off at now? We're getting off at Mrs. O'Mara's Whiz Stop here. I think we're near Lotta.
Great sodas at the Whiz Stop. Wall of sodas.
And cheese.
Yeah. Okay, here's your typical South Carolina exit off of 95. You have, first thing I see is an abandoned gas station.
Yes.
Yeah, because I guess the pressure of selling fuel 40 feet from an interstate was simply too tough a business model to keep it flying.
Shuttered.
Mike, we just couldn't get the business to go with us.
And then we have fireworks.
Of course.
So many fireworks. You know, idiocracy, boys. It's a giant idiocracy.
Can you buy me some bottle rockets while you're there, please?
And there's a McDonald's attached to a Shell station. Yeah, I love America.
Nice.
That's what put that abandoned gas
You
station
can gas
I
out.
think
up
the
on both
fireworks
sides.
put the gas station
Yeah.
out of business.
Well,
I
Mike,
know. It's,
we really wanted to check in with you, and we're excited that you're coming up to the studio. While it's not under the best circumstances,
Right.
the fact that we get to have you is going to be great. And you know, safe travels overall. We want to make sure that you're good, and if anything comes up, we're here for the next hour and a half. Let us know.
Yes. Oh, hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Carla.
Hi, Carla.
Oh no, Mike's Wi-Fi picked up. Now you're in our car.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Mike, Carla, really quick. What's the number? What is the number for this trip? And you know the number scale we deal with.
right.
Oh,
Oh well.
Oh,
It was
we
very
tried. We
close.
tried.
We did try, but that was a wonderful. And Mike will love that too. The technology at the end there. Their cars got so close that the Bluetooth switched over to Carla's car.
That's funny.
It's the Wi-Fi. No, it's the Bluetooth.
It is the Bluetooth, and I think we're at a pretty strong 5.
And that was a solid 5. She sounded a little distressed,
yes.
but not enough to say, hi, guys.
Do you think they really had so much stuff they needed 2 cars, or did Carla just say 2 cars is the way to go this time?
It's also tough to take Mike serious because when he keeps on saying idiocracy,
Yes.
like out of all the people on that call, and I'm including Maddie, who just came down from Buffalo,
Yay,
right?
Maddie's
Maddie's
back.
back, by the way, you horn dogs out there. Leave her alone on Facebook.
Not sure that had come up yet, but okay.
Yeah, Rofo. Listen,
Preemptive strike.
the guy that's been driving up and down this eastern seaboard was
Yes.
the guy that was calling us.
Right.
That would be the idiocracy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? I mean, he's been spending more time on that highway than
He's
he has
back
at
on the
home.
line.
Oh, Mr. Mayor, let me go
Oh,
to the
yes.
phone if you don't mind. Mike O'Mara Show.
What the F did you say that I'm spending more time on the highway than what? What the hell was that? What's going on?
I said of
You
all
little weasel, you gerbil. What?
I'll tell it to you to your face. I
This
said
is
it's
straight
funny.
from the mouth of the Bolivian weasel.
It's funny that you were calling all these people that are staying at home, that they're part of the idiocracy. When out of all the people on that call, the only person that's been driving up and down the eastern seaboard is you, which is hilarious because no one would ever plan that.
Right. And you've been spending.
I don't understand. What do you mean? What do you rephrase that? Translate it, Rob. What is he saying? I don't understand.
I think that he is saying that because you have spent 5 days of the last 14 on Route 95,
Right.
there's a certain lack of planning on your behalf too, even though if it's not hurricane related, that in our own way, we're all idiots.
Yes. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate
Well,
that.
hold on. Wait. I don't.
Hey,
that
and
makes
that's
no
not my
sense to
opinion.
me.
Yeah, that's
I just translated
direct it
it.
towards me, please.
I just
What
translated.
is your point? I'm not sure I get your point.
My point is that if you spend more time in the car than you do in your home, you're probably doing it wrong.
Well, how am I doing it wrong?
Well, you front loaded it with the drive down through the zone of totality, so you really had nowhere to go but down. If you got back in your car, because you spent so much time getting down from Maine to Florida, now you got to come back up.
Well, I mean, but look, you're talking about that. Like, I will give you the fact that the planning aspect of the zone of totality, I will even cop to a level of responsibility for an error in judgment. I believe that if I had been more thoroughly informed and I had been more diligent in knowing what to expect, I would not have been in that quagmire. With that said, the situation we have with what's churning out in the Atlantic.
Yes. You're doing the right thing now.
I believe that I have gone above and beyond the planning and done there's nothing that tells me I've done anything other than the perfect thing to do for me and for my family and for our show, for that matter.
Yes.
Because I think that I'm not really sure, because I'm not down there, what it would look like this afternoon, or say at noon today on the highways down in Florida as far as getting out. So that's just the way it is now.
I agree that you did this. You are doing exactly the right thing, but also I want to take a moment to applaud Oscar for choosing his timing. Now is the time to tell you that you're doing something wrong because you got nothing on your mind.
You know what, Oscar, here's the thing.
Yes.
I have to be very, very clear about all of this.
Yes.
I think as far as this particular hurricane is concerned, my planning has been superb,
Yes.
and I've done the right thing. As far as the general concept of where I've chosen to live, I think I might have really, really fucked that up.
I didn't realize you were going to really big picture this and actually go down to geography, but wow.
I mean, I'm not kidding. I'm trying to be a little lighthearted, but no, I've thought about that. We've had discussions. Listen, when you're looking at something like this, look, there's not how many places on the East Coast, including the great state of Virginia and D.C. and everything else, that could get a hurricane hit. You could. Anybody could.
Anyone could.
But when you talk about the peninsula that I live on, I think you've got a much better odds of, as it's being proven, with this storm of that happening. With that said, and I direct this, to Oscar in as kind and as warm a way as I possibly could. I'd like to share with you, Oscar. Do you think I want to be out here, you asshole? Do you think I want to be in this goddamn car with all my dogs smelling crap, putting iPods together, putting the entire invitations for a 4-year-old. You think that's what I want to do? For Christ's sake, you're wrong.
Well, I know you have a lot on your mind, Mike, and I'm glad you took time to offer counterpoint.
Put me off the goddamn telephone. I am not happy. I am not happy.
Oh, boy.
But, no, I mean, it sucks, man. It sucks.
We hear you. We hear you. Right.
I'm looking at a potential. Look, I will. I don't know. We talk about the collective consciousness. Life and limb is the priority. They always talk about that. When you live this, when you evacuate your home, you live it, and you realize that, of course, there is nothing that matters compared to looking at my little 4-year-old boy and making sure that he's out of that state and he's not going to be uncomfortable, much less in danger.
Right.
But then, when you get beyond that, God almighty, man, it's very, very difficult. It's a very, very scary proposition. And I really worry about my friends that are down there because, I'm hearing such... I think, look, even with it said, and I don't want to do the whole hype thing, but when I hear about some of the speculation as to what this storm can be, you're talking about once-in-a-lifetime occurrences that could happen if this thing gets to be an upper-end Cat 5 hitting the Florida Peninsula. And so, let's get our TMOS Nation consciousness all together. Blow that, turn the fan on and blow that thing out into the Atlantic.
Here. Positive thought.
All right.
Mike, we're here for you.
Yeah.
Feel free to call back at the next whiz stop.
Yeah, you know what? Bite me. Anyway. All right, go on with your show. I'm at a rest stop. I'm going to go get gas, dicks. I'll talk to you later.
Right. Ciao,
Bye-bye.
ciao. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Enjoy your rest at the rest stop.
I didn't want to bring this up, but we should address it tomorrow.
What's that?
Why the two cars?
Again.
Right?
And why is he stuck with the dogs? He doesn't get the kid. He gets the dogs.
Yeah.
That he hates.
Yeah. And then who hate him.
Yeah. He might, actually.
There maybe should have been a lottery system.
Do you think? Because this is my own. And again, they're right. I spoke with my sister this morning. I spoke with her yesterday, and they're in Orlando. And they're in the center of the state, essentially, right?
Right.
And they have to stay because they have to work at the hospispittal.
Medical concerns.
But she said that they couldn't even find water, which is crazy to me.
Well, it sounds like last night Mike wasn't in any need of water. All he needed was rum.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
Let me tell you my story, man. Last year, I was insane for this crazy little 8th grade bitch. Okay?
Crazy, insane? Insane?
And what did it to me was these big that she had. For 13, she wouldn't have to worry about no for the rest of her life, boy. She was set and she was looking good, son.
That's the truth, baby.
I called every night for like a month. I mean, I'm talking devotion, man.
Every damn night?
Every night, Mitch. I ain't playing with you.
On the telephone?
What this boy talking about on the telephone, man?
Explain it
What
to
the hell?
him.
Goddamn, we know there's a telephone, boy. What the hell thing I doing?
But he hung up on her.
Oh, you didn't hang up on her. The chick with those big things? Man,
I hung up on the bitch. Man, now here's the capper. You know what the bitch did to me?
Lay it on.
Check this out. Listen to what she did to me.
She need you in the nuts and called him in front of everybody.
She did what? Bitch needs your nuts?
Bitch need my nuts, bitch. I'm not playing with y'all either, man.
In the family jewel?
The family jewel, man.
Worst pain there is.
Broke my heart in two.
Broke more than your heart.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, here's Rob.
Two cars. Live from the Pfeiffer Studios at our nation's capital. This is the Mike O'Mara Show. The Mike O'Mara Show is a worldwide podcast and radio show with loyal listeners who get it. And if you're here, you are in the know. We are on air, on demand, and heard 24/7 on the new TMOS app. You got to get it. Update it now and get our show all day, every day. You can also reach us at 888-920-MORE. That's 888-920-6673. The Mike O'Mara Show is on now. It is Wide Open Wednesday, so call us. Those numbers are horribly valid. But first, I want to remind you and tell you about a brand new client. Oscar, this is exciting.
Oh, yeah.
NFL starts Thursday night.
Thursday!
Can't wait. Fantasy football fans, listen up. You got to try our new favorite app. It's called Draft.
Well, it's Play Draft. This is the thing. You're going to see draft all over the place.
Yes.
But the company is called Play Draft.
Yes, you go to playdraft.com to get there. But it's Draft is weekly fantasy football, but it ain't like the other guys. This is a new way to do it. With Draft, you play real live snake drafts with other people, just like in a season-long league. And here's how it works. Draft, it just lasts for 1 week, and there's no management. You just set it and forget it. It's perfect for someone like me who loves the game, but you don't want to get into the minutia of it. You just do it once, and once you're done drafting, that's it. There's no trades, no waiver wires. Draft, this is what saves me. It takes care of last-minute injuries. If you have an injured player, it takes care of it. You don't play an injured player.
They essentially looked at the way that some of these fantasy football sites were working, and they took everything that people didn't like because they had to just deal with them.
Right.
And they threw it away. And they said, we're going to streamline this. And we're going to make it better. We're going to make it smarter. And we're going to make it a lot more fun. And they're going to make sure that you have the best opportunity to win and not any pros out there.
Drafts start every couple minutes. You can join one right now. And the best part, cold hard cash. It starts from just $1. So there's a draft for everybody. I mean, you can play for $1. Come
Super
on, man.
easy.
Do it. No salary caps, and you play in a real live snake draft just like you would with your friends in a season-long league, but without that pesky commitment. Come and join us on Draft Now. Download the app at any time. Just search Draft in the App Store and join a game in minutes, or play right from your computer at playdraft.com. The choice is yours. Play it either way. Play both ways. For a limited time only, all new players get a free entry into a draft when you make your first deposit, but you got to use the promo code TMOS. That's right. Play a real money game for free just by using promo code TMOS on your first deposit on Draft. So search Draft in the App Store or go to playdraft.com and play free with promo code TMOS. Welcome aboard, Draft. Can't wait to get them on board.
Yeah, there's been a lot of hullabaloo about when we were and how we were going to be really approaching the fantasy football season here on the TMOS page.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing it with Draft.
Yeah, and Nikki is very excited.
Yeah, playdraft.com is the website. Search for their app, Draft, in any app store. Again, we're doing it with Draft.
Draft. And Nikki Diamond joining us tomorrow.
Yes!
So we will be all good with
that derelict.
I spoke to him. He won't tell me his new sponsors, but he has new sponsors. Anyway, welcome, everybody. It is Wide Open Wednesday. The helpline is open. Do we have calls standing by?
We do. What's the number again?
It is 1-888-920-6673, 920-MORE. Hello.
Let's go to Mrs. O'Brien in New Jersey. Mrs. O'Brien, if I'm mistaken, is this the Dan O'Brien, Mrs. O'Brien?
Yes.
Oh. May we be so bold as to call you Debbie?
Absolutely. Please do.
Hi, Debbie.
How do you know her first name?
I've communicated with her before. Sent her some
This
photos.
is awkward.
No, I think it's fine.
No, no pictures. I think if I remember correctly, I sent you guys some Starbucks gift cards. So.
Very sweet of you.
That's
Very
right.
sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Very sweet. Actually, to all the listeners on the line right now, we expect gift cards. Send them
Love
over.
gift cards. They're easy to mail. One stamp. Yeah.
Set the standard.
I didn't send anything to Pony, so that was part one. What would Pony like from Mrs. O'Brien from New Jersey?
Color photos. Color photos.
No black and white.
No black and white.
Yeah, he just wants gifts, actually, if you can make one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. O'Brien, what can we do for you today, Debbie?
Well, first of all, I wanted to say hi to you guys. I'm very glad to hear Mike is doing well. That was my big concern because I do have family in Florida as well, so it is a very scary time. But you also mentioned something I wanted to share with you, talking about interesting things you see off of the
highway?
95,
95,
off the
yeah.
highway, right. Well, my oldest son went out to school in western Pennsylvania off of Highway 79, and it goes right into the city of Erie. My favorite store there is a store that sold guns, fireworks, and fudge.
Oh wow, that's quite the combo. I thought trains and ammo were always fun to see when I drive through Kensington, Maryland.
Oh, that's always
But
nice,
fudge, ammo,
Well,
and
fudge is-
gas.
Fudge, ammo, and fireworks.
And fireworks.
So
Fudge
I thought-
brings them in. The fireworks is where the money's at.
Very cool.
So I thought, okay, I have to share this with you guys. I never ventured into the store because the only thing I would have been interested in is the fudge, and I don't know what it would be. I don't know. It was just too male oriented for me.
Oh, male fudge is the worst.
Yeah, male fudge is the worst. Yes.
Thank you for calling, Mrs. O'Brien. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate
Give
it.
our best to Dan if you see him. We haven't.
Yeah. Tell what is this?
He's not in on Wednesdays anymore.
What?
Because we've had to rearrange our schedule.
Yeah, but
And
that
he's-
doesn't mean
and
he
he's-
can't come in.
And he's been ill,
He,
hasn't he?
he did get sick last week.
Yeah, Mrs. O'Brien, get your boy's not on his A game.
Yeah, he's a tainted
Yeah.
fudge.
Yeah.
Send his
Tainted
older
fudge.
brother.
Yeah, his older brother.
From Erie.
We'll take O'Brien Senior. Let's go to Manny in Houston. Manny, you're on there.
Yes. Oh, I just wanted to say I'm sending out my hope for Mike, considering we had to deal with all the flooding here. We give a damn about him.
Yeah, Manny, first off, no one's forgotten the wonderful people in Houston.
Yes.
And the affected areas in Texas. And as far as prayers are concerned, it's it's interesting, but it's also telling of our general media where like this I'm looking at the entertainment news for Oscarazzi, and there's a benefit coming together for Houston, right? And I'm sitting here, I'm like how quickly do people's attention they're just turned to some other Houston's not done yet, right?
No,
it's crazy.
No, and it's what's horrifying. I mean, it's going to be devastating.
Yeah.
But this has not hit Florida yet.
No.
This has not made landfall yet, and will not for days. And we must remember what happened just days ago.
Yeah.
And make sure
With
that these
Harvey.
people are taken care of.
How are you?
Yeah. How are you doing, Manny?
Oh, we're fine. Our house got flooding. We got trapped inside, but it didn't hurt anything.
God.
that we
God
know
bless
of.
you.
Got it, man. Where did you stay on the second floor when the flooding came through, or were you at a shelter?
We're in a trailer house.
Okay.
And so it flooded right up to the edge of the house.
Got it.
Wow.
It didn't go in. So
Man, scary.
Glad you are okay, all told, and glad you took the time to call us. Thank you, and we hope the recovery is as easy as can be.
I hope so.
Amen, brother.
Thanks, Manny. We're praying for you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go to Howard from Taipei, Taiwan. Ni hao.
Gentlemen, ni hao from Taiwan.
Wow. It's weird how Taiwan sounds so much clearer than Texas.
Yeah, the fidelity.
I'm calling via Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, boy.
As Rob learned that it's not actually called,
Yeah, not Wi. Not Wi. What is it?
I thought it was wireless
fidelity.
fidelity. No. But we also learned today it's not Bluetooth.
No. It's
What's
certainly
up?
not.
What's up, my friend?
I was just calling to say hello. I know you guys like the international calls, and I'm actually from Miami. I'm just here to escape the hurricane.
Really? Well, business?
How long did it take you to drive
Business
there?
or pleasure? I heard there's a lot of ladyboys in Taiwan.
What?
No, that's Thailand, Oscar.
Oh, sorry. Apologize. Two different places. Both with a T.
Didn't take him long to get there, though.
Ladyboy.
Ladyboy. No, I believe Taiwan, mostly known for their fudge.
Also, sometimes you look back on a TV, you're like, Taiwan? Not so bad.
Yeah. You're a type A type of guy.
Yeah, well, what's Taiwan known for? We're rubes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of night markets here. It's really cool. Street food. They got Taipei 101. It used to be the tallest building in the world. It's not anymore. But
Don't they have a
still there.
basket there?
A basket?
Yeah, the Taiwan basket. What? That's a sex toy, Oscar.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You're the one who said ladyboy.
Yeah,
Do
but
not cast
you
stones.
went
Even your sex toys are old.
Yeah, third dimension.
Old or retro?
That was really
Retro.
awkward. Again, Howard, why are you in Taiwan?
Well, I'm here on vacation, but I actually am from Miami, so I guess I'm technically escaping the hurricane.
Are you at all worried about your personal property back home, or are you in one of those
100%.
towers that essentially are supposed to be hurricane-proof?
I'm definitely worried about my stuff, but I've got insurance, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about getting stuck on the way home.
Let me ask you this. As far as your contingency plan for coming back to the States, what day are you supposed to come back, and what is your plan otherwise?
Yeah, plan B.
Well, so I'm flying back home on, I guess it's Monday, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to get stuck. I'm flying from Singapore to San Francisco, and then I'll probably get stuck in Dallas where I'm connecting on the way home. But I'm hoping to get stuck in San Francisco rather than Dallas.
Better town to get stuck in.
A lot of ladyboys in San Francisco.
Yeah, and Taiwan baskets. Ladyboy. Was that Matt busting out his delightful Lou Rawls impression?
Yes.
Wow. I guess when Mike's not here, we all have to step up.
Howard, we appreciate the call, man.
Thank you. Have a safe trip back.
Guys. Have fun.
Thank you.
All right,
Bye.
ciao. Well, if you're on vacation,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm. I mean, he sounded like he was on 4 Quaaludes. Like he was just like, I'm worried about. I got insurance. No big deal.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't have a lot of stuff to protect.
Probably early in the morning, I'd imagine.
That's true.
Or late at night.
I don't know. When we should have asked him about the anime in Taiwan. Damn it.
I don't think they have that there.
Let's go to Ben in Reno.
All the animes in Fairfax now in one apartment.
Reno, Nevada. That number again, if you don't mind, Brad.
Oh, it is 1-888-920-6673. Hello.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Wide Open Wednesday.
Hey guys, how's it going?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, best to Mike. Hope everything's going well. Hope he's safe. Hope he's handling that car trip again. I had a question for Rob, actually.
Shoot.
So, Rob, if Oscar doesn't like old movies and he only likes Transformer movies,
right?
Is there a movie you could recommend to him that you think he would actually sit down and watch and enjoy and give us like a report on?
You know, I would like to have him watch the John Wayne movie, The Searchers, because although it's ostensibly a Western, it is a great story, and a lot of modern movies are based on some of the same plot elements, and it's beautiful to look at. Full color, widescreen. I think you would enjoy it.
What's he looking for?
He's looking for Natalie Wood.
Oh, fell off a boat, I heard.
I agree with you. It's a brilliant movie, and it is beautifully done. But the thing is, it's very long, and I mean, we've known that if there isn't something transforming, it's really not.
Okay, then I have another movie I would like to recommend.
Got a lot going on in life.
Let me recommend another. This is from 1948. It is in color. It has Walter Brennan and Fred McMurray. It's called Lady Boy. I think he would enjoy it. We must step away. Yes.
By the way, use the app to call you guys in. It popped up, so thanks a bunch. Love you guys.
I love you.
Thanks, Dylan.
Thank you for using the app.
Call, man.
We will step away when we come back. More of your calls at 1-888-920-6673. It is the Mike O'Mara Show, Wide Open Wednesday, and we are back right after this.
From American Public Media.
Yes, things are moving along at the Mike O'Mara Show app. Here's the latest news. Everybody's busy since the new update. Rob and Joe are baking their delicious homemade comedy biscuits. Oscar and Todd are out back behind the Tesla shucking corn and talking tech. Rob and Katie just finished whitewashing a fence in front of the Cake and Cookies broadcast shed. Gary Stein just sold a t-shirt, and Tony Perkins at his mercantile store is doing gangbusters. And Marcus Serta is making sweet love to Steve Mermelstein in the Omericast sex dungeon. Yes, it's all well at the app, especially with the new TMOS Live feature. Now you can stream the show live as it happens, and there's a classic TMOS at your fingertips 24/7. Make sure you download or update today. That's the news from the TMOS app, where everyone's phone is just a little bit smarter.
You know, when we were talking to Mike today, he asked for TMOS Nation to come together and send positive thoughts, and I believe in that, and that really is the best thing about all the TMOS listeners. We're like family. I mean, everybody is like a family here, be it a big dysfunctional family, but a wonderful family. So if you have a product to advertise or a message to spread, the best place to do it might be right here. We're already related, right? Think of all the members of your extended TMOS family that you'll be reaching. Let the Mike O'Mara Show get your message out so thousands of like-minded folks can hear it and act on it. If you have the Mike O'Mara Show in common, you already have common interests, right?
Also, know this, that if you catch me on a good day to that sales at MikeO'MaraShow.com,
yes,
you can probably break down your entire business plan, and I'll tell you what to do with it.
Exactly.
Like, it's a free consultation. I spent 2 hours on the phone with a guy, and I was like, well, that was probably $2,000 worth of consulting I just gave him.
Expertise, yeah, and you just hand it out.
He said, all right, I'll get back to you.
You know why? Because in the
still looking for that schedule.
In the TMOS family, you know who you are?
Who?
The loudmouth, opinionated uncle.
I literally was like, do you want the short version or the long version?
So if you have anything, any word you want to spread, any message you want to get out there, just email us at sales@MikeO'MaraShow.com. Big or small business, you will be treated like family because that's what you are. Sales@MikeO'MaraShow.com. Let us spread your word. Wide open Wednesday, 1-888-920-6673. We have anyone standing by?
We always do, Rob. We don't have to even ask that. Let's go to Michael from North Carolina. Horrible segue. What's up, buddy?
Guys, I wanted to tell Mike he needed to move to my town in the mountains of North Carolina to get out of the hurricane, but I guess he already left.
He did leave. And B, I don't think they actually route Fios or fiber to the mountains. What kind of speeds do you have internet-wise?
Well, only 10 up and 10 down, and I'm lucky to have it.
By the way, that's the same speed he has in his car going to the mountain. 10 up and 10 down.
You just gave Pony a heart attack.
Yeah.
All right, have a great day, guys.
All right, thanks, man.
All right.
In and out. I like that.
Mountain internet.
Just like the burger. 10 up, 10 down. Oh, my God. That's dial-up.
Sounds fantastic.
John from Tampa.
Good morning, gentlemen. I just want to tell you how great your listeners are. I've actually had some of them message me on Facebook to make sure that I was okay down here in Florida.
Oh, that's awesome.
Tampa, is the Mons Venus still open?
Haven't been there in a while, but my personal favorite is the one across the street, 2001. You can drive by there Tuesday at 6 in the morning. There's still a crowd.
I know the Mons Venus, with all the weather coming, they're very concerned about wetness.
Well, they're telling their entire staff to wear 4-inch heels.
To stay above. It's a 4-inch heel storm, ladies. Stay dry. Well, we love to know that so far you're okay. Do you have a plan in effect in case things get bad?
Well, I'm going to probably send my girlfriend and her daughter up to her parents near Orlando, depending on where the storm comes, or we may go to my family in Tallahassee. So we got a couple plans.
All right,
Got
good.
some options.
Stay safe.
Stay hydrated, my friend.
All right.
All right, thank you. Ciao, ciao.
My friend.
They don't have enough water.
I understand. I know. That's the
My sister's
irony
like,
of it all.
I was like, buy it on Amazon. Use our tab. And she says, Amazon's not guaranteeing water. I said, well, then drive around, lady. I can't do much else for you.
Guaranteed water.
Well, I mean, I guess they had a little disclaimer because there's a Cat 5 coming. Everybody's ordered water.
I suppose. Mike O'Mara Show. Hello.
Hello.
Chris from Jacksonville. You're on there.
Oscar, Rob.
Hi.
What's up, buddy?
Hey, I'm in Jacksonville getting ready to pack in my bags. I work for an insurance company. I'm with the catastrophe response team heading down south.
Whoa.
Good for you, man.
You're going in the opposite direction.
Yeah, going down towards Mike's house. Probably going to be down there probably maybe 3 weeks.
Wow. Yeah. Just give us where your mindset is, if you don't mind.
Yeah, how do you mentally
Chris,
prepare for a trip like
because
this?
you have to. I imagine you're not going down during the storm, or do you have to go and stage before the storm hits to assess?
Basically, as soon as the storm clears there, they won't send us until it's safe.
Okay.
But then we go down and we, set up the insurance center down there, and we write people checks.
Oh, nice.
And process claims like right on site.
Have you done this before? Have you been on site at other disasters?
I did it for Hurricane Matthew last year.
Okay.
If you're in the market for hurricane insurance, what premium do you get usually that covers everything? When you walk in, you're like, so you had a 60-inch, you go wink, wink. Wasn't it an 80? Like, what type of insurance do you have to pay to get that?
Yeah, I'm not an agent, so I really don't have.
Oh, you just make sure that people aren't cheating you. Like they did not have that Bentley in that garage.
Exactly.
All right, well, good man. Well, I appreciate the call. You stay safe, and
Be safe down
again,
there.
don't head there
All right,
until
love
it's
you guys.
cleared.
Yeah, but on the bright side, the traffic will mostly be going the other way, so you should have a nice drive.
Let's go to JR from Iceland.
Oh, cool.
Whoa. JR, you're on there.
Hey, hello. Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Good.
We're great, man. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. I remember Mike used to talk about his trip down to Iceland and the Blue Lagoon.
The
Yes.
Blue
I was sitting
Lagoon.
next to nap. I'll let you guys know I'm at the Blue Lagoon right now.
Very
Oh,
nice. Temperature controlled because of the lava under the ground, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's beautiful. In fact, I'm staying right next door at the Silicon Hotel, which has its own little lagoon, so it's not nearly as crowded. Very pleasant, very relaxing. It's beautiful out here.
Are you an Iceland native or are you vacationing?
I am not an Iceland native. I'm actually from the Pacific Northwest, so I'm vacationing here.
It's a beautiful country. I was actually on that trip, but I could not make the trip to the lagoon with Mike based on a massive hangover. That's true.
Well, I I experienced that earlier in Norway, but when I have a little kid, she's only 21 months, hangovers and 21-month-old doesn't really mix. So
I understand.
kind of decided to back off the booze a little bit, you know?
Before we let you go, is there a ladyboy scene up there?
I have no idea. I am not going to investigate
That's
that.
the right answer.
That's good.
Appreciate that.
Next time, leave the kid at home and then call back with a report.
All right, I will do. Thank you,
Have
gentlemen.
fun.
Have
Thank
a
you for
great
calling.
day.
Appreciate it.
All right.
All right, let's go to one more call.
Please.
We were remiss with Mike at the front of the program calling in as he's evacuating that we have a special guest.
We have a celebrity guest
Yes,
coming up.
we
so
do.
Let's do one more call. Hello.
Let's go to Mo from Woodbridge.
Hey, Oscar.
Yes.
How you doing? And
Hey, Mo. How are you, man? Rob's here, too. So is Pony and Maddie.
No, you handle this.
yeah, and Rob, of course.
Hi, Mo.
Two B's.
Yes, and every time I text on my phone, and when I try to write text house, and the house picture comes up, I always think about Rob.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Mo, what can we do for you today?
Hey, nothing, just calling to say what's up, and also Oscar, invest on ATV.
ATV.
That's creator of what do you call it, Overwatch.
Overwatch. Yeah.
I thought he was going to have you on an
ATV.
Like
not
a
an all-terrain vehicle.
All-terrain
Yeah,
vehicle.
not an
Modified
all-terrain
motorcycle,
vehicle.
yeah.
Okay. ATV. Are they going public? What's your stock tip of the day? Mo stock tip of the day.
No, they're already on public.
Okay, so I got to buy the stock is what you're telling me.
Oh, yeah, buy the stock.
All right, man. Well, how about this? From now on, every Wednesday, you call in with one hot stock tip of the week.
Stock talk.
Stock talk.
Hey, done deal, Oscar. I will do that.
Appreciate it, man.
Thanks for sharing.
Hey, take care. Rob.
We do appreciate it.
I do want Mo stock tips. And some wonderful nerd Nick that's like an analytical genius will keep track of his tips. Right? Can you imagine if he's up like 400% in 2 years and we're just sitting here making fun of his stock tips?
Mm-hmm. Call Oscar in the office. When we come back, big-time celebrity interview. LeVar Burton. Fascinating.
Yes.
You will love this, and we'll do it when we come back. It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Hello, I'm Scott Shannon, and I'm joined today by my friends, Oscar and Todd, plus Mac from the Tech 411 Show. Whenever they have time to record an episode, you can rest assured you'll hear about all the latest techno doodads and inter things. Todd, what's big this week?
Mailing lists, or lists for short. I subscribe to lots of mailing lists. Two I like are called Frequent Flyer, for people who fly a lot, and one called Dairy-L. It's a list of interest to dairy farmers.
I love cows. Oscar, what gadget do you have for us today?
Tengo una computadora y uso el internet.
Buenos coaches, Oscar. How about you, Mac? What is your app of the week?
Used panty vending machines.
Well, I'm not sure if that's an app, but I'm all for recycling. Todd.
Join the intrepid band of internauts as they search for the golden fleece of cyberspace.
What the does that mean? Tech 411 with Oscar Moore and Todd Santana, plus Mac.
Take a spin, now you're in with the techno set. You're going surfing on the internet.
My favorite. We are back as the Mike O'Mara Show, and if you're even thinking about buying a house, you got to listen up, okay? Rates are still low and inventory is low. So, fast approval on your financing gives you the edge you need to get you the house you want. It's simple economics. And our friends at Cornerstone First Financial, they live in this building.
Yes, they live in this building, but also they know what they're doing. We have so many reports of people getting the advice they needed, actually working with Cornerstone. I can't wait to share these success stories with you guys. But also getting the information. I think, look, I love that people that they're actually making deals with Cornerstone, but getting the information you need to make the right decision, that's everything. And they do it because they love to do it.
Yeah, they'll give you the ammunition you need to make it right. Cornerstone First Financial will be able to tell you when you're ready to buy, and once you're ready, they will get you there fast. So click their banner on our website or call them, nice guys all, Cornerstone First Financial at 202-625-20 1221. Mention TMOS and receive a free appraisal at closing. That's cornerstonefirstfinancial.com/TMOS or call 202-625-1221. Licensed in Maryland, D.C., Virginia, and Florida. Cornerstone First Financial. Personal attention from application to closing. Now, before we get to this celebrity interview, we have to give you a bit of a setup.
Yes.
Because there was a crazy last-minute thing that's actually quite funny, and Mr. LeVar Burton handled it very well. We recorded this after an episode when we were changing an office space. There was movers around.
Yeah.
And we tested the phones literally 10 minutes before Mr. LeVar Burton was going to call us. And in the 10 minutes between the test and the call, a telco guy just comes in and pulls out all the wires. All of them. So when he calls me on my cell as a backup.
Yeah, because we're like, is he late?
Yeah.
We're usually not late for
Is he
this.
blowing us off?
Yes.
Well, no, it was because in the 10-minute window between test and air, all the wires were pulled. We were able to make it work, and thankfully, LeVar Burton was great about it. Here he is, LeVar Burton on the Mike O'Mara Show. And Mr. Burton.
Got it.
I feel so bad. Woo! But anyway, thank you for taking some time to talk
We
to
are
us
not
today.
a hack podcast.
We are not.
We're not. We got a full studio in D.C. I just want to clarify that.
But you have furniture movers today.
We have multiple suites in this building, and they came into the telecom room, and they just ripped everything out.
Yeah.
I ran down there like it was a fire drill. I said, we've got LeVar Burton calling.
Plug something in.
So with that established, ladies and gentlemen, please a warm welcome for LeVar Burton. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. I got to tell you, I drove into work today listening to your podcast, and I am impressed. It is more calming to me than my blood pressure medicine. To hear you read to me is magnificent.
That is high praise.
Well, it should be. And again, for those of you not in the know, and shame on you if you're not,
Right.
Whether you're on iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google Play, it's the LeVar Burton Reads podcast. And I got to tell you, LeVar, as far as podcasts are concerned, and we consider ourselves a podcast and radio show. The show is replayed across the country on various radio stations. But realistically speaking, the idea that you've put out this wonderful show that really, and I remember being part of a Kickstarter campaign just to bring back a program similar like this. Like I gave my dollars, and I believe in the work that you've done. It's got to be fulfilling. I hope the response to you from your fans has really made an impact.
It's been awesome. It's been simply astounding. I guess storytelling works. I mean, genuine storytelling. Of course, I love reading aloud, and I genuinely believe that, everybody loves being read too. So I'm really doing the podcast for me. I wanted to do something that was creatively fulfilling, something that I didn't need anybody's permission to do. I could just go into a studio and record these stories, and people are digging it.
You are such a marvelous reader. How much do you rehearse, or do you take the material cold? I know you're picking the stories yourself, right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I generally read the stories once before I sit down at the mic. It's more than anything, it's a spontaneous experience for me as the reader, and that's what I really want for the listener as well.
Just on a personal note, LeVar, this is Oscar Santana. I got to tell you that as a young man and as an immigrant into the States from Bolivia, I learned English and really to speak English. And some may say I don't speak it well anymore.
I won't say it at this time, but I have said it in the past.
But I learned from watching television, specifically your work in Reading Rainbow, where I remember as a kid in a Latin household singing it to myself because I was a latchkey kid. But I'd watch it, and it was just fun. It's the best memories. And hearing your voice, actually reading it, as Rob just said earlier, that it is so soothing.
Comforting.
It is comforting. As a literacy advocate, you're doing the Lord's work, and I know you know that, and you probably are like, I hear this enough. Even on this program, outside of just this interview and the podcast coming up and the app being out there, we would sing on the air. It's in a book. Take a look at Reading Rainbow.
Well, what he's doing, LeVar, he wants to sing to you. Would that be okay?
No, I'm not.
No, you got to. It's sort of a thing we do on the show.
Oscar.
Yes.
I'm waiting.
Oh, God, this is so embarrassing. I want the man to respect me.
I think this is going to double his respect.
Okay.
It will.
3.
I guarantee you, Oscar, no matter what quality of voice you have, it is the effort that makes the difference.
Okay. 3, 2. I'm sweating.
Yeah, why does he
3,
need a countdown?
2,
He's not recording it.
1. It's in a book. Take a look. A reading rainbow. So embarrassing.
That was beautiful, man.
Now the man really doesn't respect me. None whatsoever.
When you started doing Reading Rainbow originally, the TV show, did you think it was going to run as long as it did? Because it ran for 2 decades, didn't it? 2.5 decades?
Yeah, 26 years.
Goodness. Did you think there was that much material and that much interest that you could really cover like 2.5 generations of kids?
Well, the real truth is that when we began the show, it was pretty counterintuitive. The idea being to use the medium of television to get kids to read more books. We certainly didn't anticipate that we would be on for as long as we were and grow in popularity. My mom was an English teacher, and so I grew up in a household where reading was really emphasized. My mom read not just to me when I was a kid, but she read in front of me, and I just grew up in a household where reading was a normal part of the human experience. And I know fully well. So you said you're a latchkey kid. I was too. My mom was a single mom, worked 5 days a week, 12 hours a day, put all 3 of her kids through private school. I am the man I am in part because of my mother being the person that she is and the influence that she had on me and, my relationship with the written word. And I don't know. I think passing that on, giving every kid we can reach the information that they can indeed go anywhere if they pick up a book, that the world is a place of infinite varieties of experience, and you only have to sample enough of it to find your own place in it. These were the messages that we were trying to communicate with Reading Rainbow, and it's the work that I still do with LeVar Burton Kids. Even though I'm no longer associated with the Reading Rainbow brand, continue that work. This is my life mission.
LeVar, you mentioned, there's been headlines in the past few months, and really you've been doing this for some time, the brand Reading Rainbow. As far as business is concerned, at least for me, why is there even a fight involved? Because in general, what we're doing here is something that is not done enough in today's marketplace, where you're encouraging the youth of America and reminding the world how important it is to read. And I feel like some people have to step back and be like, what are we fighting about?
Yeah, look at the greater good.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the actual truth is we are no longer fighting. We have settled our differences.
Whoa!
Cool.
Yes.
I wish WNED well. They will be responsible for the next incarnation of Reading Rainbow, and all of my focus now in this regard is on LeVar Burton Kids, my new company, and that is the company. See, I realized after all this time, every ounce of energy I invest in a brand I will never own is an ounce of energy I'm investing in a brand I will never own. And I'll always be associated with Reading Rainbow, but LeVar Burton Kids is an entity that I will continue to grow and will be the vehicle through which I continue this work.
We'll be here to support LeVar Burton Kids 100%.
Absolutely.
And from a creative standpoint, LeVar, we understand where you're coming from, because in 2009, because of the recession, because budget cuts, like radio stations were gutted left and right across the country. And a handful of these shows survived all these years and now are back on the radio because they decided to say, we're going to invest in our brand.
A reinvention.
Yeah, and our time. We're going to pivot. We're going to put the show together on our own. We're going to do it the way we want to do, without all the muckety mucks, putting their 2 cents in. And we're thriving. So this is the time to do it. We live in a world where you don't need a satellite dish anymore.
You can do it.
Yes.
Because the technology allows it.
The democratization of content creation. No one can stop you from telling your story, from doing your thing. Take your destiny in your own hands and get it done.
Can I fanboy out for a second with you, Mr. Burton? You did Reading Rainbow for 26 years. That's like Gunsmoke numbers, okay?
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's a game changer. You won 10 Emmy Awards? Where do you keep them?
On the mantle in the living room.
You must have a big mantle, because that's 10 awards. I mean, that's remarkable. And I do have a question, because I've never spoken to an Emmy Award winner before. I know you were also nominated for 4 Primetime Emmys. When you're nominated, do you get a certificate? Do you get any sort of notion that lets you know you were nominated? How does the Academy handle that?
They send you for being nominated. You get a certificate. Absolutely.
Let's go back to the very beginning, and you're in one of the most marvelous miniseries to ever be broadcast, Roots, and was that your first television role?
Yeah, Roots was my first professional audition. Yeah, I was a sophomore at the University of Southern California. I'm a Trojan.
Going into such an immense project and an important project. Did you know, or were you so naive that you just said, "Oh, I can do this"?
I was 19, so I was simultaneously naive and cocky. Yeah, I thought I can do this.
Wow, what was the experience like working on that set?
My first day as a professional actor on the set of Roots, Cicely Tyson played my mother. Maya Angelou played my grandmother. I was in the big league.
Yeah.
As a rookie, I was called up to the big right out of the bat and just swung for the fences. Did what I had been studying. I was a theater major at USC in my second year, and just put everything I had learned and all the instincts I had and brought them to bear, and it worked out.
I just have to ask, when did the import of that project sink into you?
I guess for me, on a personal level, the morning after the second night of Roots, I was in my hometown of Sacramento, California, and I went to the grocery store for my mom, and I got recognized at the checkout counter. And I realized that, this was different. There was a shift going on in my life. And then things just, really took off from there. And that was, like I said, that was after night 2. There were still another 6 nights of the broadcast to go. And, of course, Roots became a sociological phenomenon, not just in this country, but in every country that it played in around the world. I just got back from Japan with my family, and I hadn't been there in 4 years since I was there on a promotional tour for Roots. And it's a part of the culture there in Japan. It's one of those, it's one of those pieces of American entertainment content that spans generations. It's
amazing. On the second day, you would be recognized because, as I recall, the numbers on Roots grew every night.
Yeah, exponentially almost. Yeah, it was pretty astounding and pretty groundbreaking. Not just in terms of the record numbers of people who watched these. Again, remember that was a time when there were only 3 channels basically in PBS, but also in terms of its social significance. America got screwed. We reframed what we mean. We have a common reference now for what we mean when we talk about slavery in America. And before that, we did not have that common frame of reference.
I got to tell you, LeVar, as far as podcasts are concerned, top of the list now, LeVarBurtonPodcast.com. Find it on Apple, Stitcher, Google Play, Apple Podcasts. I always call it iTunes from now on, just an old school. Before you leave, I know we're going to get a bunch of messages and Facebook posts if I don't ask you about Star Trek TNG.
Another game changer.
Yes. And your role is LaForge. And if you, and this might be a hack question, but I have to ask you, were you able or do you still have anything from the set?
Oh, props or something?
Anything. Yeah. And something, a keepsake that you were like, this is mine. I'm going to take this with me.
I have the visor, man.
What?
Oh, that's great.
Wow. Now, was that one like, hey, I'm just going to take this with me, I'll bring it back in a month situation, or did they actually let you have it?
Nah, it's better to ask for forgiveness sometimes than to ask.
That is awesome.
That is so
that is
cool.
Awesome.
You said, I fly my geek flag proudly. When you got to work with the Star Trek, and this was the reinvention of the classic Star Trek,
generation,
and when
TNG.
you made it happen for these Trekkies and they gave them that content, that again had to be very rewarding as an actor.
Yeah, I'm a huge Star Trek fan. I'm a big fan of the original series. My whole family is. Getting the opportunity to become a part of this storytelling franchise is genuinely one of the thrills of my adult life. I can't even put it into words. Meeting Gene Roddenberry, having a chance to work with him, and being a part of his legendary vision, truly an honor.
Well, I applaud you not only for the current podcast, and by the way, you can find all the information out at LeVarBurtonPodcast.com.
Thank you for helping me learn English.
But also 3 different projects that really changed entertainment. What an amazing career, and you continue to press on.
We're
Thank you
never
for
going to
that.
be as successful as you, LeVar. God bless you, man.
But you can be as successful as you.
I can.
You can.
Yes.
And you know what? We went through this whole time, and LeVar never unplugged his phone. A true pleasure, LeVar. Have a great day, and thank you for your time.
You guys are awesome. I love you.
Love you.
Love you too, man. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow.
He was so cool.
That wasn't too embarrassing.
Your version is better.
You had to sing
I'm
it.
horrified.
You had to sing it. It was required viewing.
Such a nice guy. Such a nice guy.
And his podcast is marvelous. Check it out. Great for long commutes. We're going to step away. When we come back, the return of Oscar Razzi. That's what the hurricane blew in.
Yeah.
Back after this.
So exciting. This past episode marked the start of the 7th year of the Rob and Joe Show.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I'm kind of getting the 7-year itch. I reached out to Todd Moore to do a show.
I'm going to reach out to Oscar.
Yeah, well, I'm going to reach out to Gary Stein.
He never worked with you. Unless you bought a t-shirt.
Well, maybe I'll do that. Rob and Joe Show, a new episode every week. RobandJoeShow.com and available on the Mike O'Mara Show app. Get on it!
For more information, visit us at morebroadcasting.com.
Oh, yeah. It's back with the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara en route will be with us in studio tomorrow.
Yes, in studio. 2017 never fails.
His yearly visit.
It was funny when somebody wrote that. I said, no. Mike was in D.C. multiple times.
Yeah, sure.
He loves us so much, he just swang through and never stopped by.
Not a big fan of the elevators, I think. I think he likes to mostly a street-level guy.
Rambler or bust.
Let me tell you this. Here it is, plain and simple. Stamps.com saves you time and money, and that's something you need to save whenever you can. And when you save time and money, you can use that to grow your business. With Stamps.com, you can mail any letter or any package just by using your computer and printer, and then you give it to the mailman. Easy peasy. No more post office. I hate the post office. I hate parking. I hate dealing with the people there. You know what they have? Disinterest.
Disinterest.
They have no interest in me. And I can get them out of my life. No more post office. Mail everything from postcards to envelopes to packages, anything. Domestic or international, just click, print, mail, you are done. And unlike the post office, Stamps.com never closes, and Stamps.com is interested in you.
This is not in their copy, but I figure at years we've had a great partnership with Stamps.
They're
right?
awesome, yes.
One of the key ingredients or the value propositions, as they would mention in any business school, I would say lecture, is that if you hate small talk, this is perfect for you.
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah. Like, this takes all that small talk and throws it out the window.
Yeah.
It's just you, your computer, and a printer.
It takes 20 minutes.
No chit-chat. Oh, gloomy day today. Oh, that heat. No.
It takes 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes, turns it into 30 seconds.
Yes.
It's convenient, it's easy, it's reliable, it's flexible. That's Stamps.com. They even send you a digital scale that automatically calculates exact postage. It can't be any easier. We have used it for years.
Yeah.
Without Stamps.com, fruitcakes would not get from point A to point B, and that's the truth.
That's the truth.
Right now, you too can enjoy Stamps.com with a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale without long-term commitments. Go to Stamps.com, and before you do anything else, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in TMOS. That's Stamps.com and enter TMOS. Stamps.com, never go to the post office again. It's a shame you didn't do that for LeVar Burton.
No.
Hey, LeVar, Oscar does this thing. I want you to hear it.
Fellas.
Oscar
Razzi on this Hurricane Wednesday.
Oh, it's so nice to have it back.
Speaking of surprises.
Were we?
Yes. Now we are.
Yes.
Kanye West
Yes.
and Kim Kardashian are officially, it's been confirmed by People Magazine.
Yeah.
Expecting their third child.
Oh, thank God.
Now,
What direction is it?
there's 2 directions.
Yeah. Well, actually, in my house, there's only one direction, and that band broke up.
Well, there's north, there's northwest, or whatever.
No, so you're right. There's north and then west, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we go southeast. South or east?
Well, which one will it be?
Well, that's the big question. And if you stop at 3, don't you go for like all 4? So
Yeah.
you have every direction?
Absolutely.
The cardinal directions,
Yes.
as they call them. And then you can do, southeast.
And then you can do a bunch
Northwest.
of shtick with your family. Yeah, it was just me and the compass. Right? When you forget all 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, we went down to Disneyland.
And north only stands on one side of a tree.
Or you can make sundial with your family.
Exactly. Go out there and tell me what time it is. So, do they know when it's due? Did they announce
don't
when it's
know
due?
when it's due.
Well, we wish them.
It
There's
was-
nothing happier in the world than a baby.
That's right.
If you really want to take some sort of accounting of your lot in life, and assess how important you value information. As I was putting this Oscarazzi together, that was one of the alerts that came up on my phone that shoehorned its way, and I'm like, breaking in whenever it feels like breaking.
I love when you get the alerts. It's either Florida's about to break off and float away, or the Kardashians are having a child.
Yes, speaking of child, Mike mentioned this yesterday that briefly that the prince and princess are expecting their third child.
King North.
Now, this is the question.
Right.
The reason why I mention the royal expectation, I guess, is do you think that the Kardashians were waiting for them to announce or bitter that they announced before they did? Because this royal baby is essentially a bigger story than their direction baby.
Direction baby. I don't know.
For dueling headlines.
But they do sort of cater to a different audience base.
They announced, it's all Hello Magazine. It's all rags.
All right.
But listen to this. They announced yesterday, the royal family does, right? And then they one-up them today. It's like they were holding off too long. The publicist was now we got to announce.
Yeah.
It's going to be all royal baby news.
I bet you're right. I bet there was some thought in that. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty
She might not
interesting.
even be pregnant yet. She said announce first, then we'll screw. Gotta screw, Kanye.
Gentlemen, let me ask you this.
I'm sorry, Maddie. Yes.
What are you sorry about?
The graphic language.
She doesn't like Kanye.
Oh, she doesn't?
She doesn't
I
like
don't know.
graphic language.
PDA alert. There have been rumors for years now that Jamie Foxx and Katie Holmes were dating on the low, as the kids would say. They weren't Facebook official. They weren't Netflix and chilling. They were actually dating.
Oh, so they've made it official. This was
No, they haven't made it official.
This is one of the worst kept secrets in Hollywood, though.
Yeah, but why is it still a secret?
You know what? They should announce a pregnancy.
No, they don't need to do that.
Okay.
Somebody said Katie, after what she went through with Tom Cruise and Suri Cruise, the family and is involved here. But as far as them being together, I think 2 years ago is when we first started really talking about it.
They contacted her daughter, and she said, "How can I help you?"
Siri Cruise?
Yeah, thank you.
I get the joke.
Almost not a joke, just an aside.
Siri Cruise.
Right.
Do you still watch Dancing with the Stars?
I've never watched Dancing with the Stars, although I do like Tom Bergeron, and the thing that he loves about Dancing with the Stars, it's like the last vestige of real live television. So that would be the one thing that would make me want to watch it.
Why is it the last vestige?
Because it truly is. That is a place where unpredictable stuff happens. Because it is live and people are doing acts. It's almost like an old variety show. So,
I'll give you that. Well, on September 18th, just around the corner, the Dancing with the Stars premieres its 25th season.
But that doesn't count because don't they do like two seasons?
It does count technically because they're still making seasons.
Yeah.
Why doesn't it count?
I think they're tricking us because in the old days a season was a year. Fall to spring, and then they'd take the summer off.
But in the old days, how many episodes would they film?
39.
Okay, but no one does that now.
I know.
No show does that now.
Listen, I'm a classicist.
No one's cheating. It is the 25th season.
Tom Bergeron is cheating.
And self-loathing.
I tricked them all.
Usually we have like these big celebrities, like at least one marquee person that usually maybe they shouldn't have done Dancing with the Stars.
Right. I remember once it was Wayne Newton. It's like almost like a stunt casting thing.
I initially saw the lineup here, and the first name that pops out is Frankie Muniz.
He was
Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the
Yes.
Middle, yeah.
But apparently the whole hullabaloo right now is over Jordan Fisher, who I didn't really know about, but apparently if you're into and you're into the play Hamilton and Grease Live.
Okay, so he's a Broadway guy.
Yeah, apparently he is the one to beat, and everybody, I guess at least in Hollywood, is going crazy the fact that they were able to get him to be in the actual show.
Do they make decent money even if they don't win?
I don't know enough about that. I know that from the time Adam Carolla's talked about being on the program.
Right.
The exposure, because you get into millions of homes.
Back in the limelight.
And also,
really changes.
if you look at someone like Carolla,
your
you're going into homes that you're not going into normally.
Yes. He said it really did have a network effect on him.
Okay, well, that's cool.
It's pretty crazy.
So that's because now Malcolm in the Middle will be front and center again.
Yeah, we need to send Mike.
Really?
Yeah.
Mike for Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
Let's send an intern first.
Okay.
Test the temperature.
Wait, just a brief question about Dancing with the Stars. Do you think Dancing with the Stars or Celebrity Game Night which one is more low rent?
Oh,
if you're a celebrity.
The Game Night.
But see, I would think that, but yesterday, Tuesday, it was on the television,
Sure.
right? And I was like, man. And I'm hanging out with my mom and we're watching, I'm like, there's some pretty A-list celebrities on this thing.
I think the reason that Game Night gets better stars is it's a lesser commitment. It's one episode and it's not physical. They're just playing games. If you watch any of Dancing with the Stars, and I have seen hunks of it,
yes,
they work them.
I know. I watch them on a regular basis.
It's very tough. So I think you're going to get it's an easier booking for Celebrity Game Night.
Okay, so you think that's
and everyone wants to be with Sue Sylvester.
That's Rob.
Sorry.
So that's more low rent,
Yeah,
right?
I think so. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, I'll leave you with this, guys.
Caught it on the bounce.
Pharmadouche. Martin Scarelli will list the Wu-Tang Clan CD on eBay. If you remember, this
is
Pharmadouche
the guy that raised the money of medication.
Yes.
Okay.
Half the he said this is when you really turn a page when you're facing federal penitentiary time, right?
Yeah, you'll reinvent yourself, bud, quick.
Pharmadouche is putting this Wu-Tang Clan CD, and just for some quick context, the Wu-Tang Clan had put up this last CD up on for auction. He bought it.
Right, I remember.
Wasn't going to release it to anybody. But now he will put it now on eBay. He says half the proceeds will go to medical research.
And the other half?
To him.
In his pocket.
In his pocket. Probably just legal defense. Still going to jail. Can't take medications that are saving lives and jack them up and have people not bat an eye when they're going 700% up through the roof.
Well, Oscar, let's go halvesies. Let's buy that CD.
Oh, no. I think he's, look, to be fair, I don't see that Wu-Tang Clan, just the album overall, going for less than $2 million.
Yeah, I think you're
less
right.
than that because he paid, I think, 1.2, 1.5.
So you're saying we need a third partner. Thank you, Oscar.
That is Oscar Razzi for today.
Love when Oscar Razzi stops by. Coming back with cute little soggy sounds back after this.
Caution, ladies and gentlemen, the promo starts now. O'Reilly here. Hey, did you know the Mike O'Mara Show is always looking for interns? Did you know that? Huh? Did you know that? Well, you should. Of course they are. You know, interns. They show up, they get coffee, they help out. You know the drill. And if you're a college kid and you want to get your foot in the broadcast door, just email your resume and a letter of intent to Rob, that's with 2 B's, at MikeO'MaraShow.com. That's Spiewak Kid. He's your liaison. Spiewak! Best of all, every intern at TMOS is treated with respect and class, a professional environment. And if that part doesn't matter to you, I have a podcast too. Come intern at The Factor, where things can get a little handsy. Know what I mean? We'll do it live.
The Mike O'Mara Show. And I have to take a moment to salute one of the greatest people I know.
Please.
Barbara Bannon Moody.
Barb Moody!
Barb Moody!
New townhouse! Congrats!
Not just a new townhouse. Guess what she got for the townhouse? She just bought a new gas grill for the townhouse through the TMOS Amazon link.
Woo! Tater tots all around!
Was it tater tots or hush puppies?
Hush puppies, I think.
Yeah, you can buy those. Throw them at Oscar.
Hush puppies.
Get them through the Amazon link on our
Royal.
website. Keep in mind, it is the easiest way and the most important way to support our show. You are using Amazon anyway. Just click the link on our website or click the thing on our app.
Yeah.
Go that way. Make it easy on yourself by helping others. Point and click and relax at Amazon and access it via TMOS. Use the app or go through our website. Now go spend money and spend a lot of it.
Can I make this plea while Mike is on the road?
Yes.
Turn the music down.
I just got a text from him. He wants a call from us.
People, before we call Mike and
Yes.
he rages out on us.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. It's sometimes you forget. Sometimes it's just like, I just want to get this over with. And why do I have to go to the Mike O'Mara show? All that. I get it.
Sure.
Everybody goes through it. Like,
Sure.
My family does. And they're like, oh, what's that like again? Nah. No. Super easy. Know that you love this show. Go to our website, click on the Amazon banner, and just buy whatever you're going to buy after you click on that site.
Do it.
It takes 2 seconds, and it ensures that Rob will stay in Birkenstocks
Right.
that don't smell. Mike will be able to zoom up and down the 495-95 corridor as much as he wants.
4 times a month.
As he's either looking for the zone of totality or trying to flee a hurricane.
Exactly.
I can go to the upper GI doctor as many times as possible.
Maybe buy a new radiator.
Simply by going to that tab. Anything, big or small, it all counts.
Be like Moody.
Yes, be like Moody.
All right.
Don't be Moody.
No.
Think Amazon.
All right, just got a hot text from Mike
Hot
O'Mara.
text.
We're going to give him
Call
a call
me.
right now, see what he is up to on the road.
I dare you to text him back. Sorry, boss. We've got the audio vault.
I will say it when we get him on the phone. But too late. I already said we were calling him right now. We will actually, let's go ahead and open the audio vault right now and let it air out a little bit. Because we want the sounds to, you don't want to pour them right away. It's like a bottle of wine. You want them to breathe. As we call Mike, he is online. We last spoke to him at the front of the show. He was in South Carolina. Do you think he's in North Carolina yet?
Probably driving a different direction.
Maybe he's in Ohio.
Ohio.
Calling Mike O'Mara.
Hello.
Hi, Mike.
Mike, Kim Kardashian's pregnant again.
Woo!
I'm enjoying Oscarazzi, and I'm enjoying the show in general. I thought you guys had a great time with LeVar Burton, and it was really, really, it's great listening to the show. I'm calling because I would like to do something we never do. I would like to ask a technical question. Oh, by the way, North Carolina, the super slab Route 95 has just come to a screeching halt. I don't think this is anything related to travel based on the weather. I think this is road work. But anyway.
Crumbling infrastructure.
Carolina chips all over the highway.
And I do this simply because if I don't do this way, I'm not going to do it at all. I have read periodically from our wonderful fans of TMOS that the level on the app, listening on the app, is low. I am here to say, not only have I heard you, but now I hear you and I believe you. I would like to say, is there any, as I listen to you live, Carla, don't call me now, thank you. Oh, my God.
Does she have to pee again?
Wait, what is it, a whiz station?
It's like here's the thing. How come our level is so low on our output for our Mike O'Mara Show app? Because when I'm listening to the Waze app, which is telling me how to get north on the super slab here, and it comes in and says, accident on the right. That's the level that I get. And with my radio and with everything else.
Yeah.
When I listen to the app, it is much softer. We need to fix this.
Yeah, push the gain up, Pony.
I'm doing it.
Yeah, he's doing it right now, Mike. You tell us when it's ready to go.
But why, Pony? Why is that the case to start with?
Well, because we don't want to end up having it sound like the Waze app.
Yeah, like it's blowing people's ears out. But he might have been, maybe he's overcorrecting, keeping it too low.
Erred on the side of conservative, yeah.
So when I hang up with you guys and I go listen to Rob's audio vault, like I'm going to hear it at a better level now?
Yeah, Mike, I'm going to have Pony take it to a 10 and then bring it down to a 7. So just be careful.
It's that simple?
Yeah. He's actually in the interface now. I see his bony fingers tipping away.
Dancing.
Well, I'll go, and also Wide Open Wednesday is Wide Open Wednesday. So when I call the main number, anyway, I've got lots of complaints, but I think the show is sounding fantastic.
Thank you, man.
Thank you, Mike.
You're doing a great job, and I love the childlike enthusiasm both of you had for LeVar. He was interesting. What an incredible career. That was a lot of fun.
Cool. Glad you liked it.
Thank you.
Great
Appreciate
career.
that.
Big mantle. 10 Oscars.
10 Oscars.
I'm gonna go and try my favorite app. I'm going back and listening to the Mike O'Mara Show. Turn the volume up.
Goodbye.
Bye, Mike.
I'm safe right. I knew he was gonna yell at us.
Not so bad though. At least we had a solution.
Yeah, and you know what? That was a great call. Pony, stop being stingy with the volume.
Yeah, hand it
We'll
out.
give it a little bit more.
No, don't give it a little bit more.
Make it scream, man.
You know what he's going to do? He yells at Rob all the time.
I believe that the sounds have breathed. This is a bonus long show today, so everyone enjoy that for your travels on the road. This was trending yesterday on the YouTube. This is on our Facebook page. This is actually more entertaining to listen to than it is to watch. I hate bats. So if you listen to this, you don't have to see the bat. It's an older Irish man chasing a bat in his kitchen and his son not helping, but giving the dad advice while he chases the bat. So this is Irish son and Irish dad versus Irish bat.
Catch him, Derry. Derry, catch him. There's a bat. Do you have a bat out of the house? Mom, will you get out? Daddy, will you catch him? Bo! Oh! Huh? Catch him, Derry. Catch him. Catch him, Derry. Bigger towel, that's it. Get him now. Quick. Get him. Oh! God, Derry. Oh! Marie, will you stop looking in the door?
So that inspired me to put
That's
it to music.
awesome.
I wanted to put it to music. There was a band called the Dave Clark Five in the 1960s. Did a song called "Catch Us If You Can."
Catch him. Catch him, Derry. Derry, catch him.
Here they come again.
There's a bat. Derry, will you catch him?
Catch us if you can.
Catch him, Derry. Catch him.
Time to get a move on.
Bigger towel, that's it. Get him now. Quick.
We were young with all of our
Catch him, Derry.
Catch us if you can.
Oh!
Catch us if you can.
I'm in love with the way he says "Daddy."
Daddy!
Daddy. Let's just hear him say "Daddy."
Catch him. Catch him, Derry. Derry.
Daddy.
It's almost dowdy.
Yeah, it is. Anyway, so happy ending. They got the bet out of there. Steve Harvey, how many shows do you think he hosts?
If I look, I might have the right answer here because
Okay,
I'm
that's
Steve
fine.
Harvey Mark, right?
Uh-huh.
Hold on a sec. Mike says turn it up louder.
Yeah, come on, Pony.
It is louder.
No, he wants. I'm telling you,
All right,
you're gonna
I'll crank it
continue
up. I'm
yelling.
gonna crank it up. I'm gonna crank it up.
Like I have to yell at you now, or else he's gonna call back into the show and do this.
How many shows?
4.
He has, including his radio show, 8 shows.
Oh my God.
Family Feud, Celebrity Family Feud, Little Big Shots, Forever Young. Showtime at the Apollo is coming back, and Thunderdome.
And
Damn.
That's what's 7? 7. And you're doing your radio show as well.
Still do the radio show. Can't leave no check behind.
Smart man.
He is a smart man. We are running horribly late, but I have to play you a couple more things. You'll like this.
Please.
Desposito, finally out of the #1 slot, but one of the biggest songs
Hold
of
on
the
a second.
summer. Yes.
Despacito.
Despacito. Did
There
I
you
say
go.
Des?
Yeah, Des.
My gringo, sorry.
Yeah.
It's
Despacito.
not my first language.
Despacito.
Despacito. But Despacito, even better when played on Japanese calculators that make slot machine sound effects. You'll like this. Now, if you want that to be even better, you add this.
Catch him. Catch him, Derry. Derry, catch him. There's a bat. Yeah, bat out and out. Mom, will you get out?
Catch him, Daddy. Catch him, Daddy. So that's Despacito played on calculators.
Despacito.
Don't you think that when you buy foreign-made electronics, they just add sound? It's too noisy. Sometimes just too noisy. I don't know that I'd like a calculator that made slot machine sound
Hold
effects.
on a second.
What's
Hold
that?
on.
What's that?
This is real time, behind the curtain, behind the iron curtain or the app curtain issues.
Yes.
Mike said it's not loud enough yet.
Even now?
Even now, he says no.
Well, then it doesn't get any louder than this.
Is it at max?
Yeah.
Well, if it's at max, it should be blowing the speakers out.
I would think so.
Are you pushing the right volume level?
Do you know what the send is to the to that unit?
I could find it, absolutely.
Yes. Ah, look at that. We go from bony hands to ham hands.
That's right. Here we are. That would be the, is that the Sam left, right?
Sam left, right.
Mm-hmm.
DES. All right, now we're getting this done.
All right.
Technology, real time. This is when the server melts down usually, but the team's coming together to get Mike his gain as he's driving up 95, escaping the hurricane. A play-by-play.
Okay, overall send, the Sam feed going up.
Going up.
Going up.
It's going
3
up.
dBs.
All right.
That's the left.
Don't
I will
be
now
stingy.
do the right. I will not be stingy. I'll
All
now do the
right.
right.
Now the right's going up. Mike, tell me if it works as he's real-time texting me.
Real time.
This is just like the Yankees-Red Sox.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, we're just passing signals back and forth.
That's right. On our watches, right?
Yes.
All right, the send has been boosted.
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 Now, continue with your audio vault.
Actually, we can now close with this final item from the audio vault. Jimmy Kimmel, he's a very bright man, a very smart man, complaining that it is pumpkin spice season all around.
Pumpkin spice latte season is happening now, which is great news. My doctor's been saying I haven't been getting enough syrup in my diet, so this is my favorite time of the year where you can get up early, go to Starbucks, and essentially drink a pie. Why they start this when it's still 95 degrees outside? It's the beverage equivalent of putting your Christmas lights up in July, but they do.
That is your magic audio vault. Have a great Wednesday it is.
Yes,
have a
it's
great
Wednesday.
Wednesday, everybody. That's it, people. Thanks for joining us for another episode of TMOS. Don't forget to update our brand new app today and unlock the live 24/7 TMOS stream. All messages for our weekly mailbag, which we will do tomorrow, can be sent to me, Rob, with 2 B's, at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Our mailing address is TMOS, Box 32101, Washington, D.C. 20007. Thank you again for listening, and join us again for the best part of your day. It's the Mike O'Mara Show. So long, everybody.
Pump up the volume. Ciao, ciao.
One last thing. Please remember that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is the best way to shop for anything and everything. So, shop Amazon and get there through our website. Always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Now, go in peace.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.